is just a small message on current events and everything that's going on right now. Terria has always had a element of fighting against systemic oppression. There's always been an element of humanity and humanity triumphing in it. Um, The entire reverberations module, in fact, was meant as a logical extension of what might happen in a world where justice is continually denied. What we're seeing in the world right now is something that's happened in history time and time again. And rather than stand up here on the pedestal, what I'm going to do is do a moment of silence for about a minute here before we get started. All right. So, Christoph. Christoph Stratus. The signature of the ancient Fae was around here at one point, and just as you arrived, the mists around the city of Waterfall, they went away. You feel the presence of whatever ancient Fae was here being taken off back towards the south. But here amongst this quiet, burnt out town, you see an interesting collection of figures. First, you see a corpse on the ground, a fiddle at his side. The corpse is headless, his head ostensibly covered by a nearby sheet. Two Aarakocra sit on either side of a broken-looking woman. They all kind of, well, not all of them. Both the Aarakocra look up as you approach. The older-looking Aarakocra comes to a full stand, his wings spreading a bit. A collision, it would seem. I'm still trying to make sense of it. This woman, I think her name is Hilda, she saw everything, but I haven't been able to get her to talk.
Hilda,
You cut out there. Sorry.
Hilda, what happened?
She looks at the headless corpse, looks up at you, and She looks over your holy symbol and your armor, and her voice comes out, weak but with some kind of otherworldly determination. She says, "Can you bring him back?" She motions to the headless corpse.
Maybe could. I don't know how resurrection works in DJ's game.
You look upon the headless corpse before you, and you know that although revivification is a powerful spell, bringing those back from the brink of death, it has its limitations.
I'm talking about resurrection, class 7.
Nope, that doesn't
Okay.
exist.
Nope, sorry. No, I'm afraid not. Afraid he's floating down the river.
Hilda glances at the two Eric Kokra and then back up at you, before back at the corpse. Well, I guess that makes my mission all the more important, doesn't it?
What's that?
I'm going to beat Karen at his own game.
Oh, really?
Why should he get to be the one that decides?
What do I know about old Sharon?
You know that Karen is often revered across multiple religions and cultures as the oarsman down on the endless river, guiding the souls to whatever lays beyond.
Do I know how he got to be there?
I don't think Kristoff has really interacted with anybody who's gotten that deep in it.
Cool. Good luck, I suppose, then. I don't know if you can beat somebody like that at their own game.
You asked me what happened here, Hilda said. Well, let me tell you. Those heroes, she says, venom lacing her words. They decided to come here and investigate this place. We, coincidentally enough, were here, but we were not afforded presence inside. They found out the spirits of hatred that guard this place, and somehow managed to quell them. But while they were weakened, they were attacked. Attacked by the thing that did this. She gestures to the headless corpse. And I know what it is. It's the tool of a different dragon. Not Karen, but someone else.
Which one?
I don't know. She frowns.
I've been
But,
tailing these people for a while.
yeah?
Pretty easy to keep up with them. They leave fucking crazy shit everywhere. It's not hard.
That they do. Hilda laughs grimly. Contigo, the older Eric Hawkra, pipes in. You mean you're searching for Korgath and Smiley and the rest of them?
I guess that's their name. They were out on the Kitsune Island
Yes.
before the smoke cleared. Yep. That's who I'm looking
Hilda glances to the south. They took the housing for the ancient Fae and went back towards the town of Ono. I believe they're going to rendezvous with the princess.
Well, then let's go.
Let's. Hilda looks at you with a confused look on her face.
You got somewhere else to be?
She pauses, considers that for a moment, laughs a humorless laugh to herself. Suppose not now. I'm going to tend to the corpse, though. I'll catch
Okay.
up. Contigo and Paige, however, they step closer to you. I came here to see the fabled Lavender Tower. This appears to be all that's left. You can see a disgusted look on his face. This wasn't the work of ancient spirits or dragons or anything like that. Only a human could do something like this.
Yeah, we can be pretty.
It's Ono we're at. Paige, keep up. And Miss Hilda? Contigo gives her a low, respectful bow. I understand that things are tough right now, but the cycle is the cycle. It is folly to try and intrude upon it. Hilda shoots him a poisonous glance. It seems to have worked out real well for Karen.
Oh, doke.
And with that, you, Paige and Contigo start headed towards Ono. Alright. Last time, we fought the demon of hatred, the combined emotional hatred and anger and fear of all the people who lost their lives in the Tower of Lavender when General Tanaka came through. After dispatching with the demon of hatred, you were shown a vision from a medium, a first-person view as to what happened. It came out that the shinobi, the Asuka loyalist shinobi, had taken refuge inside the tower while Tanaka occupied the city, and they were hiding amongst civilians in the tower. Tanaka was threatening to burn down the monument, citing that the shinobi were poisoning soups, putting knives in the back, and harassing his troops. The shinobi refused to identify themselves and come out. And so, Tanaka put the entire city to the torch. After seeing that vision, all that was left unburned was a music box playing a familiar Crescent melody. Gorix and Hilda descended upon you as you were recovering from your fight with the demon of hatred, demanding that you hand the music box over, only for Gorix to lose his head as the hunter attacked. But it wasn't just one hunter this time. There were many, multiples. You escaped from the tower after Hilda let out a deafening banshee's cry and escaped into the nearby forest, some of you far ahead of others. After a tense escape from the forest, you managed to trudge your sand yaks back into Ono. You met with Radovan, gave him a brief description of what happened before laying down. Sometime in the middle of the night, Korgath, you
Yep.
are headed out, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's the dead of night. You start slipping out, and as you get out the front door, Radovan is seated on a chair outside. He's just thoughtfully smoking a pipe. Greetings. Good evening, or morning, I should say.
Hello.
Hello? I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. Oh, it's just. What are you still doing up?
Oh. I don't sleep much. Makes more time for statecraft. You.
Hmm.
You don't look like you're going on a walk.
Just a longer one than normal.
I figured as much. I could hear it in your voice.
Pretty fucked up back there in that tower.
Radovan looks off to the distance for a bit. Indeed, one would think that one was important enough to put effort into saving, but I can't fault young Ralorian for making the decision he made. For all we know, that dragon in his head is the essential key we need.
Well, then that means I'm not.
Oh, you could certainly take it that way, he laughs. I have to ask you, where do you think you're going to go?
I hear that Aarakocra Island's pretty nice this time of year.
Old Blade Island? Yes. As the winter comes in, all those bladed mountaintops, they get covered with a nice layer of snow. It's very picturesque up there. I think you'd like it, but I am obligated to try and convince you otherwise.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand. We've always been pretty square, giving you a hard time, but you've always been good to me.
Well, somebody has to. This cat is cute. He
There's a lot of those things around here.
throws a cat off his lap.
Cats and kitsunes everywhere nowadays. Here, give these to. And I'll hand him 2 letters.
Right. I'll make sure they get them. No worries.
And Korgoth mounts up on his Sanyak and rides off. I
Radovan.
love you all, but Korgoth is pissed.
See you, big man.
He gone.
He gone. Radovan watches you head out. Um, so as the morning comes, you all wake up in your very well tended to hotel rooms. Smiley and Z, you have a little something on the pillow next to you, Smiley, when you wake up.
What is it?
I should have put it into roll 20 for you. So that's my bad. One moment.
Notes don't take too long to write up, thankfully.
No.
And Ral hasn't stayed in a hotel room. He's paid off the staff and locked himself in the bathhouse.
Nice,
Just
nice,
spending a
nice.
nice amphibious night in the pool.
That water brown by morning.
Gross.
I just meant from all the dirt. Y'all nasty.
That is why this man bought it out.
Still a lot of dirt.
My cat loves this 6-sided ruler I've got. Loves playing with scale ruler. Loves. Okay, man.
All right. So, Smiley, you wake up, and next to you is a letter. And along with the letter, one sending stone. You know what a sending stone is. You can tell what it is just at a glance. Somebody else has the other side of this. And after reading the letter, you can kind of guess who.
Smiley will sigh heavily and pocket the sending stone.
As for the rest of you, Ral, Mooney, Z, and Renard, things are starting to wake up. The light's coming. If you head down to the common room, you see Radovan just kind of leaned back, writing on a piece of paper.
Good morning.
Ah, yes. I suppose the sun has come up, hasn't it? I hope you were able to sleep. It sounds like what happened back there was a little bit extra.
It's horrifying and infuriating all at once.
Well, it's disappointing how common that seems to happen these days. Well, I wouldn't wait up for Korgath.
Is she delayed?
He's left.
What do you mean left?
He packed up his sand yak with his belongings and left out the north gate. He said he was probably headed towards Blade Island.
Inika is just gonna look at the others like, what the fuck?
Smiley will come downstairs at this point. Korgath's gone, guys. Oh, is Radovan explaining that?
I
Yes.
was, but you put it in a much more succinct way.
He left me a note. I think he's done with the whole thing. Been struggling for a while.
Indeed.
To be honest, I don't blame him.
Despite the news, Radovan does not seem too terribly upset. He didn't have to come here. All he had to do was get out of Speria while Camellia handled the fallout from what happened in Bavol. He came here, I guess at first out of a sense of duty. But I think as things went on, Radovan says, I think he started to forget why he even came. Either way, it seems like he's going to go find it.
Way.
Nevertheless, doesn't change. Well, I shouldn't really say we. I should be saying I. Nevertheless, what I wish to accomplish here hasn't changed. We want to get ahead of whatever this Sheelanus is planning. It'd be nice if we could get the people of Crescent on our side. To do that, we'll need the loyalty of one of the leadership structures. Although the young Asuka lady, I have to admit, is far more charming than Hideki. Radovan sips his tea. So, outside of, I suppose, Ralorian, the rest of you really are here on a voluntary basis. Relorian's the only one with a dragon walking around in his skull. Inako, obviously you have some personal interest in seeing the princess restored to the throne. But Captain Z, Renard, never let me make you feel like you were obligated to stick around. In fact, I think it's probably been long enough in Speria that you'd be able to go back just fine.
I feel like I'm committed just because of how long we've been here, you know?
Well, if things go our way, you might have a chance to strike at Hellfang soon.
Absolutely.
Radovan winks at you. Like I was telling Relorian last night, I've got a couple of captains. You might have heard of them. Captain Hector Cortez. I'm told you were an associate for a while.
Was.
Yeah. Well, he's got it out for Hellfang as well. He's on his way. And, Janara. The, sweaty wolf. Back from the desert. She's also got a thing for him. They, sent me a pigeon not too long ago, letting me know they were on their way. So, between them and if we can get the Asuka, or, God forbid, the Tanaka's on board, we might actually have a proper fleet to stand against them.
Stand a chance.
Not trying to interrupt, but I don't think your screen capture's working.
Yeah, it looks like it did fuck off, didn't it? How about that?